Hi, hello, vanakkam. This is the first video of my channel, and in this video onwards, I'm gonna start a new playlist for top 100 likely questions on Leetcode. If you go through this, if you solve this 100 likely questions, then you can easily solve any questions on DSA, and you can analyze. You will get the capable to analyze the question. This playlist will be mixed up of all the categories like low, medium, and hard level um, problems, and it will contain everything like backtracking, binary search, two-way, sliding window, two pointers, and everything. In this video, we'll start a easy problem on two pointer. Okay, so um, I will start it first, and we can move on. Okay. When you started, then it would ask like, what are the days you are gonna work with? Just giving all days. I'm not sure I can work it on all days, but we'll confirm. We'll try. Okay. Here I can see backtracking, binary search, and binary tree, dynamic programming, graph, greedy hashing, heap, linked list, matrix, sliding window, stack, two pointer, tree, misc. Okay, we'll start from two pointers because two pointers is the one of the basic, extreme basic of the DSA question. If you don't know the two pointer, then you cannot start anything. You can start, but you will get stuck intermediately or half the way. So I would recommend you start from two pointers. So I will, as I said, I will start from easy problem. I think it is already solved by me, but anyways, I'm gonna show you, right? So it's okay. We'll open and we'll try to solve it. Okay. Okay. First, I'm gonna close it. Okay. Here, what they're expecting, move zeros. Given an integer array nums, okay, they have given nums. Move all zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. Okay, note that you must do this in place without making a copy of the array, because if you make the copy of the array, right, it will be very easy to do it, but they have the constraint, so we cannot cross it. So okay, what they are asking is, we have an array with zeros and other numbers. So what our task is, move all zeros to the end and keep all the numbers um, uh, from starting. Okay. Okay, see, in this case, this is our example. Okay, how we can split it? We said we need a two pointer. Okay, this is the category. Two pointer is the category. How we can find that this is a two pointer? For an example, what we need to do here? The answer should become like this, right? 1, 3, 12, 0, 0. This is our expected answer. So in this case, what we're doing is we are changing the place of the zeros to the last, right? So we need to know zeros place and non-zeros place. So we need to keep track of two elements. One is 0 and another one is non-zeros, right? So in this case, this is the first pointer, pointer 1, and this is the pointer 2. So I'm going to exchange this 2 when pointer 1 matches to 0 and pointer 2 matches to 1. If this two condition satisfies, then I can exchange the value, right? So when I exchange the value, this will come like this: 1 0 and 0 3 12. This would be the answer now, correct? Now when I this would be the pointer. This our pointer is in first place, correct? Our pointer is in first place and second place, p2. This is the p1. In this case, if this satisfies our conditions, what is our condition is? Our condition is p1 should point to 0, but it points to 1. So what we should do is, we should move the p1 ahead. So when I move the p1, here p1 will come. So in this case 0 is pointing to p1, so this condition is satisfied. Now p2 also at the same position, correct? So p2's condition is not satisfied yet, because p2 expects the value should not be a 0, correct? But this is 0, so we should move it ahead. When we move p2 here, still it points to 0, so it is still not satisfied. And I'm moving here, it is satisfied. So we can move these two pointers, sorry, we can exchange these values. When I exchange value, my answer would be like this, answer would be like this: 3 0 0 12. Okay, now where is my pointers? Here is p1 and here is p2, correct? So in this case p1 is not satisfied because it contains a non-zero value, so I am moving this value ahead. Now this is going to be p1 and this is going to be p2, but this p2 is not satisfied, so I need to move this value ahead. So here p2 will be. Now p2 and p1, both values are satisfied, both conditions are satisfied, so I can exchange the value 0, sorry, here it should be 12, because we exchange these two values, correct? So here it is 12, 0 and 0. This is the expected answer we got. So in this case what we're doing is, we need p1 and p2, both index should be 0th place, 0th index. Okay, index can point at 0, and we need a loop, and that loop should go until the length of the array. Okay, length of the list. Okay, we can go up to this. This is one of the condition inside the while loop. And then if you need to have a if condition, this if condition, and I should add one more, p2 also, p2 also should be inside it. If suppose anyone go out of the boundary, then we shouldn't do anything. We can break out and give a return. In this if condition, what we need is, we need to find which value is pointing at currently. If p1 is pointing to 0, no, p1 is, if not pointing to 0, then p1 plus equal to 1. Okay, if p2 is pointing to 0, then p2 plus equal to 1. If suppose both conditions are satisfied, you can use elif also. Finally else, then p1 comma p2 comma p1. Okay, and finally return the list current list. Actually, you don't need to return anything. um, that would be a referral. Okay, now we'll go to the code. I will show the code on IntelliJ PyCharm. Sorry, not IntelliJ PyCharm. That is. I'm gonna write code in Python, and I will explain by debugging that. By debugging only, you will get to know that what's happening behind. This is the going to be unique in our. I'm ending the video now. I'll start the PyCharm, and I'll show that how the code runs. This is our code, and I have created a method, and in this method I have created a two variables. This two variables gonna point integers, numbers, and there is one another variable. This variable gonna have a length of the value. I mean, this value means list. And I have one while loop. This while loop gonna check two things. One is p1, pointer 1 should be in the boundary, and pointer 2 also should be in the boundary, otherwise we'll break out. And I have an if condition. This if condition gonna check always that p1 p1 is pointer 1. This pointer 1, actually our condition pointer 1 should point to 0, right? So if that matches, then we'll do exchange, not the p1 we don't move that, correct? We don't move that pointer, and otherwise until unless we find that p1 matches to 0. If 0 is not present, correct, as I said that p1 should point to 0 only. If it is not point to 0, then we should move the pointer ahead, correct? So we are moving the pointer ahead, and if suppose this is correct, then p2 is not p2 is pointing to 0. Actually, as per our condition, p2 should not point to 0. P2 should point non-zero value, correct? So if it points to 0 value, then we need to move p2 pointer also. And then finally we have else condition. In this else block, we are doing the exchange, okay, and finally we return it. So I will show you how we do it. Okay, I start the okay, I've started it. I hope you can see it. If you see here, this is our list. This is our example as well. In this code, just okay, stepping over it. Okay, I have set p1 and p2 as 0, and now while loop and val length is 5, correct? So this all in the boundary. Now I'm going into if condition. In this if condition, if you see, val p1 is not 0, then I'm moving the pointer ahead, but in our case it is 0 only, so we don't check that. We'll skip, and we're coming to elif. This elif, we are checking that p2 shouldn't be 0. Okay, p2 should be 0. If it is 0, then we move the pointer ahead, but actually this is our case. In this case, p2 also 0 stands for the index in 0th index, so p2 should move ahead. So this pointer should move ahead. It's moved. Now again while loop it executes, checking the data, and it's coming to elif. Elif also satisfies, and it's coming to else block. In this else block, it just gonna exchange the value. You can see the magic here. It gonna exchange 1 and 0. Okay, you can see here it exchanged the value. Now again it moves the pointer. Both pointer are at the same place now, so it moves the pointer ahead. Now p1 points to 0, and p2 also points to 0, so p2 should move ahead one another time. It's moved. Now it is points to 3. Now if condition won't get execute, elif also won't get execute, directly coming to else block and exchanges the value. Now exchanged, and again same for 12. Okay, it exchanged. Actually p2, yeah, p1 p2. Okay, finally it reached the val length, so it breaks out the while loop, returning the val. This val contains that our result. So in this problem you can you can solve this all in just one flow, right? In one flow, you are not looping into it again and again. So this problem just takes, this solution just takes order of n time complexity, and sorry, not timeout, order of n time complexity and order of one space, because we are not creating any extra space for it. We are just creating only one we're just creating only three variables. These three variables gonna be stable. It's not going to create any more values or any lesser values. It just creates only three. It's gonna be stable always, right? So it's constant. So space and time gonna be the same. Time should be order of n, because we are doing a while loop and we are passing through the list only once. That's it. Now we have done with our one example, and it was fine, but this is kind of a negative example, right? We are making it to work, correct? But we need to verify with already sorted one. So let's do one thing, 0 1 and 0. In this case we should expect answer like this, correct? We are expecting answer like same as 1 and 0. This is our expectation. We'll see what it's giving. Oh, it's giving wrong, so we should debug it. Okay, where it's going wrong. So for an example, in our case, right, what we're doing is p1 should point 0, otherwise we are incrementing the pointer, correct? So in this case 0 is not here, our pointer p1 is going here, and then p2, if 0, then we will increment. If it is a number, then we don't increment. So p2 is here and p1 is here. Then finally it satisfies our condition and coming to the else part and exchanges the value. This is the wrong thing, correct? So in our case what we should do is, wherever if we exchange if we incrementing the p1, then we should increment p2 as well. So just add one another, p2 plus equal to 1. Let's run it now. It works, correct? So let's just copy this code and let's try it on Leetcode. Where is Leetcode? Here. Okay, I have pasted the same code on Leetcode, and I think I should do the naming conversion. Instead of doing there, I'm changing here, but if I change, will it work? I hope it should work. Okay, and I have made it. Okay, where's run? Okay, run is working, and it works. And I will give you the link of this question below the video, and I will upload this code also on my GitHub. If you want to check out the code, if you want to take the code, you can get from my GitHub repository. Okay, that's all for this video, and ending this video. Bye. Thanks.